Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the carbon cycle. So starting off with the carbon cycle in the air. It can be incorporated into the trees, grass, and any type of plants by photosynthesis. The carbon from the plants can be transferred into the animals by the animals simply eating the grass or plants. But then the carbon can be excreted from the animals, and some animals will die. Excreted materials in dead animals and dead plants allow the carbon to enter the soil, as shown here. See. Shown here. And the soil may well be microbes. And the microbes will release carbon into the air. The animals will release carbon into the air. The plants will release carbon into the air because every living cell undergoes respiration. Respiration is usually carbon-based materials. Sugars usually for energy. And in this process, carbon is released. Okay, and in some cases, carbon from the decaying, so that animal being dead and that animal being dead, or animals being dead or plants being dead, it can get locked into the ground, and that process is called fossilization, and become oil and natural gases, along with the wood from living or other organic materials. These can be burned. These can be burned, and the process of burning the wood will release carbon into the air by combustion. And that's it. Okay, so now it's how the nitrogen cycle works. First, it starts off by the nitrogen in the atmosphere, and the name is N2. And then it goes down to the nitrogen fiction like that, and then bacteria in the roots, which is bacteria chemically changes in the nitrogen from the air into the nitrogen compounds that plants used to grow. Then from there it goes to nitrogen fixing bacteria in the soil, which is all plants and the animals need nitrogen to make amino acids, proteins, and DNA. But the nitrogen in the atmosphere is not in a form that they can use. Nitrogen is mainly removed from the atmosphere by nitrogen fixing bacteria. From there, it's turned into NH2+. And then it goes up to assimilation by plants. And that is plants use nitrogen to make proteins. Animals eat plants to release nitrogen in the waste. And from there, it's amino acids, the proteins in plants and animals. And it goes down to detritus. From there, it goes to detritus. And then from there, it goes back to NH4+, NH4+. Then it turns into neutralium bacteria. From there, it turns into nitrates, NO2-. Then it turns to interfering bacteria, which is bacteria breaking down the compounds to release nitrogen back into the atmosphere. And it does that. It goes back to the atmosphere. And that is my nitrogen cycle.